Hello everybody, Jose Rodriguez back again. I recently uploaded a video talking about what features I would love to have in my so-called dream printer. If I could have a dream printer design and produce, this is what I would like to have. And all of the features are included there, including some that I forgot about. But everybody has been giving me some feedback as to what their features would be or favorite features would be in their dream printer. So that's been a lot of fun, just kind of daydreaming. Now, to me, at this point, my dream printer is the Pro 1 from Canon. Soon it will be the Pro 1000. And the reason being is that the only thing that's lacking in the Pro 1, actually two things. No roll feed, so I am limited to 25.6 inches of length. Unlike the P800 where I can print almost to 10 feet, in fact beyond 10 feet, 129 inches in total length, I'm limited quite a bit on the Pro 1. But I have a 12 color ink set, which provides, as you saw in those Australia landscape prints, incredible tonality, the ability to produce just flawless tonality. Now, the Pro 1000 should be even better, and they provide you with two extra features. Well, actually many more features, but the two main features that I love is the vacuum assisted paper feed. That will ensure that paper is flat, and anything like that, for example, the Red River San Gabriel 1.0 paper that I was using, and I have another roll of that. I have two rolls of it now. That tends to buckle a little bit, so that vacuum feed assist should help reduce that to almost minimum. So head strikes should become something only in the past. Also, and this is the top feature, user removable or replaceable waste ink tanks. That's what's going to render the Pro 1 dead eventually, because once that waste ink pads that are internally located, buried at the bottom of the chassis, almost inaccessible by anyone at home, unless you are a service technician, you really will not have access to those pads to replace them. And even if you do, you need to have a special program to reset those counters back to zero. And only a technician with access to the Canon server can do that nowadays. In the olden days, yes, you could do that by getting a service program and doing it yourself, but not anymore. All right, so that would be a great feature along with the vacuum assisted type paper feed. So anytime you replace your waste ink cartridge, that's it. There's no counter. The waste ink cartridge has a chip. They're only $14. So who cares? And once you are printing with Precision Colors inks, your cost is so low that it doesn't really matter whether you are wasting inks. And the Pro 1000 does waste a little bit of ink every time you print. It maintains that print head primed, so it will use a fraction of a cc for every single print to wipe that print head clean, and I think it's point something of an ml. I discussed that much earlier on another video where someone actually recorded all of the amounts of ink that are used under certain conditions with the Pro 1000. But the Pro 1000 is pretty much flawless. This will actually prevent any kind of clog from ever cropping up in your future. All right, so now this person with a Pro 1000 printed some of his own images, and they were too contrasty, and he complained about that the Pro 1000 was producing too contrasty images. Well, if you just tell me that to my face with no other information, then I say, it could be a problem with the Pro 1000. You know, the driver is misinterpreting the tonalities being sent to it, and it is increasing the contrast. And he also stated that under soft proofing, he did not see that problem. Well, remember what I said about soft proofing. Now, there are those who believe it, and for them, soft proofing is the gospel, the golden test. To me, I have seen differences in the rendition through soft proofing and what you actually get on paper, specifically if you are using glossy luster satin papers with a sheen and you are using the photo black. You get a little bit more punchy images than you do on matte media. Although my P800 produces gorgeous matte media prints, but generally speaking, glossy papers will produce more punchy look, whether you're printing with dye inkset or a pigment inkset. So I'm thinking, well, is your monitor calibrated? Yes, my monitor is calibrated. Well, I've also covered that in the past. Calibrated, really? Says who? You? Did you use a properly calibrated calibrator? Ah, catch you there, didn't I? The calibrator has to be calibrated. Some of them pre-calibrate themselves. The X-Rite units definitely do. I don't know about anyone else's units because I don't use them. I'm a X-Rite mark big time. So this is all I use. Anyway, is your monitor luminance set correctly? Is your white point set correctly? Is your contrast set correctly on your monitor? So here's what happened. The person never, ever, ever certified the printer by printing a standard image just using the driver. That eliminates any influence from the monitor or editing. He never did that, so he doesn't know what the printer can even produce by itself, and you have to know that. So you need to have a printer that can produce perfect results from a standard image that has standard set of values, known values, and then you compare it visually. You look at it. You do not go back to your monitor to compare it because your monitor is totally off. It will be, believe me, out of the box, it will not be properly calibrated. Even when you think you calibrated it, it may not be. You may need to adjust that monitor so it matches your printed output of that standard image. Okay, that is your golden test, that standard image. So did he do that? Of course not. So now he's using soft proofing. Well, how can you soft proof on a monitor that's not calibrated to begin with? Anyway, so ultimately what I said, and we got into a little bit of an argument and I backed out of it because I did not want to start a war with this person. But really, for you guys, here's what happens. He soft proofed the image. Guess how it looked to him? Very flat. So what did he do? Anyone? Anyone? Please? Any comments? He increased the contrast. Now it looked good on his monitor. What do you think happened when he went to print? It produced a contrasty image. I told him that the printer, once you certify it, even though he did not, will simply produce what you sent to it. So great material in, great material out. Garbage in, garbage out. It's as simple as that. I have said this numerous times. Look, I can edit something. I can hit print, set my settings correctly, of course. Walk away, go upstairs, drink some coffee, drink some of this delicious butterscotch beer from the Flying Cauldron. Delicious stuff. Look for it. Take a little nap, come back and look at my prints. Now I could go back to my monitor, but there's no point because I know they match. All right, there is no doubt they do match. So I can do that. I can load up 7, 8, 9 beautiful Australia landscape images and walk away because I know what they're going to come out looking like. They're going to be perfect matches to my monitor. If I misedit them, they will look like misedited prints. Okay, they're not going to look good. If I properly edit them, they will look properly edited. They will be perfect. And it's really that easy once you have your system nailed down. I've said this over and over and over again. It gets old, really. So again, just keep that in mind. Make sure that everything is correctly set. This person over manipulated his image because the soft proofing told him that they were flat. It showed him flat. What makes you think that it was the soft proofing doing that and not your monitor that was miscalibrated? Okay, and I will argue till the end of my life that that's what he did. But he says no, the monitor was calibrated. Okay, fine. Obviously, your print is too contrasty because you made it too contrasty, because your monitor told you that it was flat because it wasn't calibrated properly. Oh, we could go around in circles till the cows come home. And that is it. So I gave up. I hope someone else comes behind me and just, leads them down the straight path. Yes, that's it. All right, that is it. Next video, I'm going to go ahead and disclose what we have been doing, but it will take a while for me to post it. I might be posting something else until I get the okay from Precision Colors about this. He actually did post a couple of photographs on the Printer Knowledge Forum. So he kind of let the cat out of the bag that way, but I don't think anyone even noticed. So I went, huh. I said, wow, that's really nice. I don't think anyone noticed what the point of the two photographs was for. It does give away the secret. So anyway, I hope he lets me go ahead and publish this, and this should open up a whole new world for the Pro 1000 from Canon. Anyone out there who is using that printer and wants to go the cheaper route but still produce excellent results. All right, that is it. Thank you once again. Please continue to subscribe, share, and like. Don't be a hater like that other guy who is back again disliking my videos for absolutely no reason. It's like I rubbed them the wrong way or something. Yeah, well, I try not to do that, guys. I love everybody. And I'm hoping that he finds himself and stops being such a hater. We don't need haters in the world of photo printing. We need lovers. All right, that is it. Thank you once again. Happy printing, everybody. Bye-bye.